Today I'm going to be talking about Poshmark versus eBay and which is better to sell clothes through. If you watched my last video about how to resell clothes on eBay, you might be considering listing your products on Poshmark instead. This is a newer alternative to the old powerhouse that is eBay. There are a few things to consider when you're comparing different marketplaces for selling your items. These factors include: number 1, popularity. This is the amount of people that use this marketplace. The amount of eyes on your listings is in direct correlation to the amount of sales you get most of the time. This isn't the only factor to look at, but it's very important. This is especially true if you're selling something that is rare or isn't exactly a hot item at the moment. For example, specific antiques might not do well at a non-popular marketplace like Poshmark, and will probably do much better through something like eBay or Amazon. Instead, since there's going to be more people looking at a rare item like this on eBay, you should probably go with eBay. However, for clothes, you could do something like Poshmark instead. Number 2, seller fees. These fees can add up and prevent you from profiting off your venture, so choosing the marketplace with less fees is usually a good move when you're first starting out. However, it's also important to look at the volume versus fees. If you're selling 5 times more on eBay with a slightly higher fee, you should definitely stick to eBay instead, since you'll be making more money from selling more. However, if you're selling an equal amount on each marketplace, you should go with the one that offers you a better fee price as a seller. Number 3, easiness. Nobody likes to spend a half hour on listing an item. We're going to go over which is easier, Poshmark versus eBay. When I refer to easiness, I'm talking about how simple the site works for sellers. A website like Craigslist is ugly and isn't very user-friendly for you to work with, whereas a website like eBay is a lot easier for you to list things. This is definitely a factor for you to consider when you're selling. Let's start with number 1, popularity. The potential reach your product can have on these platforms. With eBay, there are 150 to 200 million active users every year, and that number is continuing to rise with the popularity of online sales. Poshmark's user base is much smaller, but it happens to be growing faster than eBay is, so getting it on the ground floor might not seem like a bad idea. Also, Poshmark is more geared towards products pertaining to fashion, so that could help you sell clothes easier on it. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about rare products being better fit for eBay. If the product just doesn't sell on Poshmark, sell it on eBay instead. Now let's talk about number 2, seller fees. For eBay, there's a 10% fee for clothing items, and you'll be looking at a 3% PayPal fee on top of that. That comes out to a 13% fee for selling on eBay. For Poshmark, they take out a simple 20% from every sale, which is rough. However, do not let this discourage you, because Poshmark items tend to sell at a higher price. If both of these are too high for you, you can look at Mercari, which is smaller than both these two marketplaces, but it only charges a 10% fee. Also, you can consider selling through Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, which is only for your local area, but both charge 0% fees on sales because you have to meet the person that's buying the products in person. Now let's look at number 3, the easiness. eBay has a million subcategories, it seems like, but when you list your item, the site is really good at predicting that data for you. Overall, it takes much less time to list your item on eBay. You can even scan your product using the eBay app and have it list everything for you. It fills in every piece of information they'll need to know just from the scan. With Poshmark, be ready to check your products constantly to see if you have any potential buyers, and the listing is going to take a little bit longer on average. Overall, eBay seems to be the better option, but you should truly consider listing your items on both apps, and when it sells, just take it off the other app. You'll be getting more eyes on your products, and you can make more in the long run. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please leave video ideas in the comments below.